students, now we are going to discuss the topic circulatory pathways. Means how the circulation of the blood takes place in our body. So there are the two types of circulatory pathways. First is the open circulatory pathway and second is the closed circulatory pathway. So what is there in the open circulatory pathway? In the open circulatory pathway, the blood is directly contact with the tissue and it does not flow in the blood vessels. From the heart, the blood that open into the space and that open space is known as the sinuses. So if blood is directly contact with the tissue, so we can say there is no difference between the lymph and the blood in case of arthropods and mollusca, because blood is in the directly contact with the tissue. So this open circulatory system, it is present in arthropods. Arthropoda, that is the largest invertebrate phylum, and in Arthropoda class Insecta, that is the largest class. So in arthropods there is the open circulatory system. With the help of this diagram you can understand. Suppose it is the heart. Heart have the it is the pumping organ and it transfers the blood to the different body parts, and now blood is in directly contact with the tissue. So it is the example of the open circulatory system, and there is no difference between blood or lymph. So in case of the arthropods and mollusca, the blood is filled in the coelom, so it is known as hemocoel. So what is hemocoel? When blood is present in the coelom. And sometimes we are calling it as the hemolymph. Why? Because there is no difference between the lymph and the blood in case of arthropods and in mollusca. So I think you understood what is open circulatory system. Blood is directly contact with the tissue. Blood does not flow in the blood vessels. It is open into the open spaces of the sinuses. It is present in arthropods and mollusca. In case of arthropods and mollusca, blood is known as the hemolymph. Because it is present in the coelom, so it is known as the hemocoel. After that, we have to discuss the closed circulatory system. So in closed circulatory system, blood flow in the blood vessels and not directly contact with the tissue. In case of the annelids and after annelid the chordates, the closed circulatory system is there. So here you can see the blood vessel that supply the blood to the body, and here also blood is not in the directly contact with the tissue. So it flow in the blood vessels, and if there is the requirement only from the surface of the blood capillaries, there will be the exchange of the gases between the cell. So it will not come in contact with the tissue. So that is about the closed circulatory system. Now means how many chambers are present in case of different animals in heart. So firstly we can take the example of fishes. So fishes, these are the aquatic animals, we can say. These are also known as the Pisces. So in case of Pisces, there is the two-chambered heart. Two-chambered means there are the two chambers present in the heart. Suppose one auricle and one ventricle. This is the auricle and this is the ventricle. So we can say auricle and ventricle, only two chambers are present in the fishes. So we can say there is the mixing of the blood in case of fishes, because auricle having the oxygenated blood. And auricle also collect the blood from the body, and so it has oxygenated blood. It supply the blood to the ventricle, and in the ventricle there will be the mixing of the blood. So there will be the single circulation in case of fishes. And in case of fishes, you can see the exchange of the gases from the blood that takes place from the surface of the gills. Because the gills having the water supply, firstly the fishes, they open their face. I am drawing the diagram of a fish. You have here that why the fish open their mouth, why they are drinking water, because the water enter into their body, and from the surface of the gills there will be the exchange of the gases. So purification of the blood that takes place in the gills. Then from the gills that blood is supplied to the heart. So in case of fishes there are the two chambered heart, one auricle and one ventricle. After that, in case of amphibians and reptiles. So in a case of amphibians and reptiles, there are the three chambered heart except the crocodile, because in case of crocodile there is the four chambered heart. So three chambered means there are the two auricles and one ventricle. It is the right auricle, that is the left auricle, and single ventricle is there. So there are the three chambered heart. Here also we can say the mixing of the blood takes place, because the left auricle carry the oxygenated blood, right auricle carry deoxygenated blood. Both the blood mix in the ventricular part. So there also the mixing of the blood, and here we can say incomplete double circulation in case of amphibians and reptiles. But in case of crocodile there are the four chambered heart. So crocodile is the exception. In case of amphibians and reptiles, three chambered heart is there. But in case of crocodile there are the four chambered heart. And there we can write here incomplete double circulation. Incomplete double circulation is present in case of amphibians and reptiles. After that, we can take the example of birds and mammals. So in case of birds and mammals, there are the four chambered heart. So what is four chambered heart? We can say there are the four chamber in the heart. I am drawing the diagram here. There are the two auricles and the two ventricles. It is the left auricle, right auricle, left ventricle and the right ventricle. So there are the four chambers are present in case of birds and mammals. So because all the chambers are separate and there will be the no mixing of the blood, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood is separated in case of birds and mammals. With the help of the blue color and red color, I am showing you which part carry the oxygenated blood and which part carry the deoxygenated blood. So this you can say the right auricle, this carry the deoxygenated blood, right ventricle also carry the deoxygenated blood, and left auricle carry oxygenated and left ventricle also carry oxygenated blood. So how they get the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood? In our last video, I told you that the right auricle get the blood from the vena cava. So the vena cava carry deoxygenated blood. Then this blood transfer to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle then it transfer to the lungs. And in the lungs there will be the oxygenation of the blood takes place, and from the lungs after the you can say purification from the surface of alveoli there will be the exchange of the gases. and blood become oxygenated. So by the pulmonary vein. Which vein is here? Pulmonary vein. So this pulmonary vein transfers the oxygenated blood to the left auricle, and from left auricle it goes to the left ventricle. And from here the aorta, or you can say the largest artery, aorta, it supplies the blood to our body. So that is about the four-chambered heart in case of birds and mammal. So in case of birds and mammal, there are the four-chambered heart, and we can say there is the double circulation. Now we have to understand what is double circulation. Double circulation means at a single time in heart, blood enter into two times. How? Means if we can take the example here, at a single time blood is entering two times. How? Firstly from the vena cava and second from the pulmonary vein. And if we are taking the example, at a single time blood is leaving from the heart to the different part also two times. Firstly from the lungs and then from the left ventricle. So it is known as the double circulation, and due to double circulation there will be no mixing of blood, and the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood is separated in case of birds and mammals. But in case of amphibians and the reptiles, incomplete double circulation, because there are the two auricles and one ventricle, and in case of fishes only two-chambered heart is there. So the diagram of the double circulation we will discuss now. Double circulation. So what is double circulation? Double circulation is a process in which blood passes twice through the heart during one complete circulation or during one complete cycle. So now we will discuss with the help of this diagram. So here is the diagram of the heart. In case of birds and mammals, the four-chambered heart is there. So you can understand it is the four-chambered heart. And in the four-chambered heart, this part, left part, this carry the oxygenated blood, and the right part carry the deoxygenated blood.
Ma'am, heart.
So this heart, you can say four-chambered heart, the left ventricle part, it supplies the blood to the main artery. So it is known as the aorta. This aorta then supplies the blood to our body. And in this, you can say the body, that there will be the exchange of the gases and blood become deoxygenated. Here these are the blood capillaries. And these blood capillaries then join to form the main vein, and this main vein is known as vena cava. This vena cava then collect the blood from the upper part also, from the lower part also. So from the upper part it is the, you can say the superior vena cava, from the lower part the inferior vena cava. This vena cava then transfer the blood to the right auricle. From the right auricle it goes in the right ventricle. From right ventricle, pulmonary artery, it is pulmonary artery. It supplies the blood to the lungs. Here these are the capillaries in the lungs, and then oxygenation means here these are the capillaries in the lungs. And in the lungs the oxygenation takes place, and then it comes in the left auricle, and it is known as pulmonary vein. I told you that the arteries carry the oxygenated blood and the veins carry the deoxygenated blood, but here the pulmonary vein, that is the exception, because this vein carry the oxygenated blood. So with the help of this you can understand the double circulation. So blood passes twice through the heart during one complete cycle. How it is passes twice? Firstly, means you can say the right ventricle it passes to the lungs, and from the left ventricle it passes to the body. So by this you can understand double circulation. Thank you.